The Saint Denis graveyard. Home to many dead people. Many dead people. This place has quite the somber atmosphere and it's actually quite a creepy location. You're probably wondering why are we here in today's video. Well, it's been common knowledge that this graveyard appears to have a ghost. A spirit who's always watching. Well, in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to find this ghost for those of you who don't know. But beyond that, not much is known about this ghost. So first of all, here is where the graveyard is, located in North Saint Denis. But heading here alone won't be enough to find the ghost, as it only shows up during a story mission, which you can replay at any time. It's the second mission during Chapter 4, Angelo Bronte, a Man of Honour, in which you're essentially sent down to the graveyard to deal with grave robbers. When you first arrive at the graveyard, you're going to want to head in past John Marston when he opens the gate, and then you're going to want to watch him shut the gate, and then quickly turn around. When you do, this is what you will see. In the distance you will see a figure too difficult to make out at this point running away into the darkness. Now this may be the only time you see the mysterious figure in the mission if you just did the main mission, but if you derail yourself and actually explore, then you're able to run into her a few more times. In this shot we can see that the ghost is clearly a woman skulking around the graveyard who runs off when you get too close. Obviously, whatever she's doing, she does not want you to know about it. But you're probably wondering what makes people think that this woman is a ghost. Well, as shown in this clip here, this woman is completely unkillable. As this player demonstrates, this woman is completely immune to damage, as an axe being thrown at her face would kill any other NPC. And at the same time, when interacting with this certain crypt, it causes the woman to run straight past you. And you can keep doing it, and no matter how much damage you do to this woman, or how much damage you think you're doing to this woman, she does not die. Now with NPCs that you can't hurt in this game, usually Rockstar puts a block that means you can't shoot in their general direction or throw anything at them. It just won't let you try. However, with this one, the game's more than happy to allow you to try to do damage to this figure, however it doesn't do any damage. So I think this, combined with the fact that she's running around a graveyard at night, and who in their right mind does that, builds quite the compelling case that she's something that's beyond our comprehension. Whether she's just a crackhead or a ghost, we won't know for sure, but considering the fact that an axe to the face doesn't kill her, I'd say that she's not as human as she appears. At least not anymore. I'm not the only person to speculate that this entity might be a ghost, as many people have already done that. We'll never get a solid answer as to who or what she is, but let's just say that whatever she is or whatever she's doing in this graveyard at this hour, it's very creepy. Furthermore, this graveyard is a very creepy environment during this mission, and there's always something going on, whether that be a raven taking off or a dog barking at nothing, there to make you feel as if you're being watched. So this cemetery's deliberately got the atmosphere that you would associate with a location in which you might find ghosts. So if that's what this old lady is, then her presence is definitely not a surprise. So what is she doing in the graveyard? Because that's the big question here. Why is she there? Well, it's likely that if she is a ghost, then she's one of the people who happens to be buried here. Likely the one that's buried at the grave that when you interact with it, she runs past you. Now, I couldn't find any names on this grave here, which means it could literally be anyone's. But the fact that during the mission, Angelo Bronte, a Man of Honour, if you interact with this grave, the woman runs right past you, means that when you're at this grave, you have a greater connection with the woman. Or at least that's what the game is trying to convey. So put two and two together, I'd say that there's a good chance that this grave belongs to the woman who's been following us about the graveyard. I mean, none of the graves really have names on them barring a select few, and those are only the really big ones that stand out. So those graves could belong to anyone. So that's enough of that. It seems we won't get any more information just looking about the graveyard. It's time to actually go ghost hunting. As we know, this woman does have something of a physical form. Maybe we'll be able to lasso her. Now, I did try this, however, it seems as if the game has been updated and it's changed how this mission plays out ever so slightly. And now the gate to her grave is open during this mission, and she only runs past it once. And when I encountered this, I was still in the first part of the mission where you can't actually draw your weapons. But she still ran straight at me. So now we can see for sure she has the appearance of an old woman, but we still don't know why she's skulking around a graveyard. Is she a ghost, or is she just a supposedly immortal woman? I guess we'll never know for sure, but it is quite cool that there's something going on in this graveyard during this mission that only people who are looking would notice. But please do let me know what you think. Who is this woman? Is she a ghost? Is she still human? Is she still alive? Please do let me know. If she is still alive, or even if she is a ghost, what do you think she's doing in this graveyard? Before we go, however, there is one more encounter in this graveyard that had me quite intrigued. I'm not sure if it's related or not, probably not, but if you visit this graveyard, you can encounter a mangy bloodhound. The dog appears to be filthy and covered in blood, and he's just wandering about the graveyard, probably mourning the loss of his dead owner. Now they're reunited. This in itself is likely a reference to The Weeping Dog, which is a New Orleans story in which a dog followed his master to the grave. The dog's master passed before the dog did, and so he accompanied his master's body to its final resting place, and then kept returning despite being removed several times and eventually died there. And considering that Saint Denis is so obviously inspired by New Orleans, I'd say that it's very likely that this is the case with that Easter egg. I'm not sure if that's related at all to the ghosts that we can encounter in that one mission here, but I thought it was worth a mention. Back to the topic of the graveyard ghost, however, you could argue that she's not a ghost based on the fact that we actually do see a ghost in Red Dead Redemption 2, and they look vastly different. And to that I say ghosts are weird entities that may come in several different forms, manifest in different ways and things like that, so there's no real way of telling what is and what isn't a ghost. If it does supernatural stuff, it's creepy. But please do let me know what you think about all this down in the comments section. Anyways, thank you all for watching this video, I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to go ahead, leave a like, subscribe, share the channel with your friends and all that wonderful stuff, I'd really appreciate it, and I'll see you all very soon with another video at some point.